guys, I'm Francesca. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Me and my bun are here to show you guys how to make vegan sushi today. I'm having a terrible hair day and I don't know what to do with my hair, so I just threw it up in this bun and I feel like a little ballerina crazy person. But today we are going to be making vegan sushi. I showed you guys 3 different sushi recipes, like a take on a California roll, a rainbow, a veggie roll, and spicy mango roll. So they're all really good. They're all really easy to make. They're all really delicious. I just want to say I'm not like a sushi master. I'm just showing you guys how I make it at home, my way, not totally authentic. So just keep that in mind when you're watching this video. And yeah, let me show you guys how to make these recipes. The first thing I'm doing is taking 1 cup of sushi rice and putting that into a strainer. And I'm just going to rinse it for a few minutes. It just helps to get off some of the starches. Then I'm taking 1.5 cups of water and putting that into a pot along with my rinsed sushi rice. We are going to let that cook and bring it to a nice rolling boil. And then once it's boiling, you can drop the heat, put a lid on it, and let it simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes. Then I'm adding in some rice wine vinegar and salt and mixing that up. I know you typically also add sugar to sushi rice, but I don't really like to. And I'm just gonna put the lid back on and put it to the side until I'm ready to make my rolls. This is the nori that I like. It doesn't have a fishy taste. It is good. I'll link it down below. Our first roll is a spicy mango roll. So I'm just cutting lines into the mango and then running it around the edge of a glass. And this just helps to get the mango flesh out from the skin. And that's all we're doing. We're just gonna make nice long strips of this mango. So to our mango, we're going to add soy sauce, rice vinegar, a little bit of cayenne pepper, and ground ginger, and just going to mix that up and get all the mango coated really well. This was a very delicious combination in my opinion. And then you can just put this to the side for about 15 to 20 minutes to let those flavors soak in. So when I roll my sushi, I have the nori at the end of a dish towel. They're both in line together. I have the rough side up and the shiny side down. So I'm just going to put some of our sushi rice on the bottom. I don't measure it out, just a few scoops. Just using the spatula, just spread the rice out, and then we can just start to layer our ingredients. So I decided to go with using some cucumbers here because I thought it would work well with the mango. And then of course our delicious mango chunks. So I'm putting that on there and then just lining it up and rolling it. I do this very slowly, even though it looks like I'm going fast because I, made it look faster, but just take your time, squeeze and roll, and you'll be okay. Once you take the roll out, I like to cut the edges off because they're usually a little bit rough looking and you can just eat those while you're making your sushi. A little snack. And then I cut it in half. And I always love how it looks when you first cut it in half. It's like a surprise how pretty it looks inside. And then I'm just going to cut my little rolls as big as I want. You can cut them as thin or as thick. Just make sure you're using a very sharp knife for this. That's super important. The next roll we're making is a rainbow vegetable roll. So I'm starting off by cutting up 1 beet into thin strips and then a yellow pepper, red pepper, orange pepper, and just cutting them all up. And I also have cucumbers. So these are our veggies all lined up. So I just did the same thing, put the nori down with the rice. I'm putting the beets first, then the red pepper. Then we're going to put the orange pepper and the yellow pepper and the cucumber. And then we're just rolling it up with our dish towel, rolling, squeezing. And then we can just cut this into sushi pieces. I like to make my sushi a bit on the thicker side. And if your fillings kind of like come out a little bit like this, just push it down and they'll come back together. So I like to make my sushi with a lot of rice and a lot of veggies in there, so it's like a big hearty bite. And our last roll is a California roll. So I'm taking extra firm tofu, cutting it into nice long strips, and then into a pan I'm adding sesame oil and a little bit of paprika. I was trying to make this look like the imitation crab meat, but it just didn't really work out quite like I'd wanted it to. So you could just cook it in sesame oil if you want and just fry them up, let them get nice and crispy. And then again, we're just rolling it out with the sushi rice on the bottom. Then I added some avocado slices, the tofu that we cooked, and cucumber. And then I lost the footage of me rolling this up, so let's just pretend I just rolled it up. And then I'm cutting it in half, and this is our beautiful looking California roll. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? So again, I'm just cutting it into my desired slices, and then I put them all in a dish, and I like to top them with sesame seeds because I think it looks pretty. And I added some cucumber hearts and black sesame seeds just for the Instagram photo. And yeah, this is them all done, ready to be eaten. So delicious, so good. And I like to dip mine just in soy sauce. If you like ginger or wasabi, feel free to add that. And those were our 3 vegan sushi recipes. I really hope you guys enjoyed them. As always, there'll be a link down below to my blog, which will have the full written out recipes for these guys. If you like the video, then you already know. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It really helps me out. I make new videos every Wednesday and Sunday. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.